What's going on, all you prison enthusiasts? Your two favorite convicts are back from the yard. We've just been lifting out there with Big Bubba and the other guys. We're back here to talk about Paramount Plus's Mayor of Kingstown, starring Jeremy Renner.
Don't ever threaten me again.
As Mike McLusky. It's a big year for Jeremy Renner. We just reviewed his recent show that came out during the holidays, Hawkeye. This time around, he's playing a completely different character, being a power broker in this prison town. There's 7 prisons within a 10-mile radius, and he basically gets the info from the prison system out to the outside world, and he's like the in-between, basically dealing with corruption, drugs, and all that fun stuff, as you can imagine, in the prison system. And this is really a look at what's going on in America with a lot of the prison system, how it's all fucked up. This, the guards there doing, shady shit, and just the people there. And it's a really good look at that and what's going on with the world around us. So this is a really great performance by Jeremy Renner. Mike McLusky, I thought he was really fantastic in this series throughout. He was always like smoking cigarettes and being a dirty bastard that he is. And his brother's like a cop in the show, is played by the actor that was in the OC back in the day, back in 2004. He played Oliver. He plays his brother. Taylor Hanley plays Kyle McLusky, which is Mike's brother. He's a cop. And then their mom's played by old Diane Weiss from the Lost Boys. She plays Miriam, the mom, and all working within the system.
Let's not forget to mention old Kyle Chandler, our favorite TV coach and dad from Friday Night Lights, who has a small part in the show. But yeah, you really nailed it on the head. This show deals with the prison system in America, and specifically in this town where there's all these prisons, and basically the whole town, everybody's a scumbag. Everybody's trying to gain power over one another. There's gangs, there's crime syndicates, there's the Irish gang, Italian gang. There's all these competing interests, as well as the whole political scene there in town. So everybody's trying to gain power, and who do they go to for help but Mike McLusky, played by Jeremy Renner. And yes, I agree with you. These kind of roles are perfect for Jeremy. His best role, in my opinion, was From the Town. And that was much like this, a gritty role where he gets to be, kind of play both sides of the fence. He's a bad guy, but he's also a good guy at the same time. He has a good heart, but he also has this darkness to him. And he does a really great job throughout this series, created by Taylor Sheridan and Hugh Dillon. Hugh Dillon also plays a character, Ian, I believe his name is, on the show. So it's just another great show created by Taylor Sheridan. And he really makes this Kingstown his own here, much like the Montana Ranch in Yellowstone. He's made this whole town full of all these prisons and all these thugs and competing interests for power here in this town. It really feels like a character of its own. I loved how it's filmed. He has a lot of aerial shots going in of the prison yard with all these prisoners in there. It's the town's always gray, and it's always just on the border of raining there. There's always clouds in the sky. There's always all these little secret meetings between Mike McLusky and all the people around town, all the prison guards and the politicians. And it's just a really well done series, and it really culminates in the final 2 episodes in this insane basically prison break at the end. So it's all playing towards that. There's a lot of exposition leading up to those last 2 episodes, but those last 2 episodes, man, that was a pretty brutal look at what happens when the prisoners gain control of the yard.
Yeah, it was a bloodbath towards the end. The best 2 episodes are episode 9 and 10. It's a bit of a slow burn, trying to build to what's going on exactly with all these different parties leading up until this huge scene at the prison, as you were talking about, and just shit hitting the fan and bodies hitting the floor on both sides, having to do with the prisoners taking over the prison. And then, a few cops are in there held hostage, security guards are held hostage, kind of thing. And then bringing in the cops and all these different parties to stop the prisoners from taking over the prison. It was a bloodbath. I think this is the most bodies I've seen in a Taylor Sheridan movie or TV show.
It was a brutal look. Yes, absolutely. And people die, there's a lot of brutal scenes, just chaos by the end of the show. But basically the main antagonist for Mike McLusky this season is played by Aidan Gillen. You've seen him before. He was Littlefinger in Game of Thrones. Also been in Peaky Blinders and just a ton of other stuff, including The Wire way back in the day. He played on there. His character Milo is a prisoner there at the big prison in Kingstown, and he's pulling all these strings from behind bars, mainly to do with this girl, this exotic dancer kind of / prostitute, Iris, who ends up in the town and ends up, coming across Mike. He doesn't know why, but as the series unfolds, the first season, you kind of find out that she's, been involved in Milo, and Milo has all these girls and he's implanting these chips in them and able to track them. And he's kind of using these girls to appeal to Mike's, soft side, where he wants to protect these innocent girls. And he's using that to his advantage to pull some strings from the inside. And by the end of the season, Milo is involved in the big prison break. And that's going to set up hopefully a future season 2, where all these kind of loose ends are going to be, expanded upon. We're going to find out, a lot of this wasn't really explained, like how Mike and Milo, knew each other before. We during the series, it said that Mike has been in prison himself before, so I'm guessing that it was something to do with that. But season 2 has a lot to work with here with the first season. We also see Diane Wiest as Mike's mom. We also don't know what caused her to kind of sever her ties with the boys, besides them kind of playing with fire, working with both sides of the law. So they need to expand on their relationship further too. And she's a former Oscar winner, so they need to give her some more to do in the second season. But yeah, there's definitely a lot that is packed into this first season, and I had a great time with it. It feels like another Taylor Sheridan hit for Paramount Plus, and I hope that we get an announcement soon for a season 2. It's just really well done all around, and I think they can build upon what they did in this first season and really expand on this further and give us an even better season 2.
Yeah, like you said, there's a lot of loose ends, a lot of questions I have, but they're building this up for more seasons. It hasn't been greenlit yet, but I'm pretty sure that it will. A lot of people watch this on Paramount Plus. One of the best shows on there next to Yellowstone for sure. Taylor Sheridan making some buku bucks with all these shows he's putting out for this network. But it has my interest. I've been watching all of them with this guy and having a hell of a time with all these different shows and different characters. But he knocked this one out of the park. I love Jeremy Renner in the grittier roles, like you're saying, in The Town. One of my favorite movie of his for sure. Great superhero, but I like seeing him like in, foul mouth gangster type role and just a gritty movie, and him cussing a lot. It's fun to see Jeremy Renner do that. And he knocks it out of the park with this character as Mike, his family having to do with the prison system, being in between there, brother being a cop, having his mom in the system too. A lot of great characters that show up along the way. Some familiar faces from Yellowstone. And I just love the way this show was shot. It was super dark, as you were saying. It's in Michigan, have all these prisons, 7 prisons within the small part. And I think it was just really gritty in your face. Lots of violence. Episodes 9 and 10 are the best of the season for sure. And I really had a great time with it. And I can't wait to see what they do with these characters in the next chapter of the story. So that being said, I'll give Taylor Sheridan's Mayor of Kingstown a 4 out of 5 Jeremy Renner hair pieces.
And I am giving the Mayor of Kingstown on Paramount Plus from our good mate, Taylor Sheridan, a 4 out of 5 Hugh Dillon hair pieces.
So we're interested in hearing your wild rascals thoughts on this show, Mayor of Kingstown. What'd you like about it? What's your favorite episode? What'd you think of that ending? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Also, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com.
Thank you guys so much for following along with us and watching our reviews here. We're having a blast doing these. We're going to be back for lots more this year. You're going to see hundreds of videos from these 2 rascals. So hopefully you like us and we're not annoying the hell out of you. Of course, you wouldn't be here watching if we did. So thank you guys. We appreciate all the love, and we can't wait to review more for you.
Yeah, we love all of you. Keep coming back for all these crazy videos of me and this guy here talking about movies and TV shows. Love doing it for you guys and appreciate all your support. We'll be back very shortly.
Well, I just heard the prison alarm go off. It's time to get back to our cells, Uncle Logan. Until the next Cinephellas television review, I'm Uncle Henry Hill.
And I'm Logan Myers. Until next time, cheers!